Wrong ring. Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and welcome to another episode of Winter Moon Games Tabletop Reviews. Today I have Indulgence, where the path to power is not without sin. Indulgence is a card trick game, similar to something like Hearts, with a little bit of a twist, which I'll get into in just a minute. You're going to start out by shuffling the Edict cards, and you're going to place 3 of them randomly face up on the table. You're going to take the rest of the stack of the Edict cards, and you're going to take this little cover, and you're going to put it on top of them so you can't see what's coming up next. Gameplay is very simple. On your turn, you're going to start by playing a card from your hand. The player to your left then has to quote-unquote follow suit. In this game, the suits are families, and that player has to follow suit unless they're unable to follow suit. Once each player has played a card, the highest card played wins the trick and takes those cards to their side of the table and leaves them face up in a pile. Play continues this way until all cards in your hand are gone. That is the end of the round. Sounds simple enough, but there's that twist I was talking about earlier. Before anyone starts playing cards, a player is going to be chosen to be the ruler. The ruler is chosen to be the player who's wearing the most red, and in this case, I would for sure win. They're then going to choose one of the 3 edicts from the center of the table, and they're going to pull it aside and leave it separate from the other 2. Then, starting with the ruler's left, each player is going to decide whether or not they want to sin on that particular edict. You go around the table until every player has passed, or one player has decided to sin. If a player decides to sin, they take the edict card, they flip it over to the sinner side, and then they have to accomplish the goal on that side. So all of the edicts have a particular goal on them. This one, for instance, which is the global goal, is don't take any 6s. So as you're playing trick cards, no one wants to take any 6s that are placed down in the center of the table. You want to try to avoid taking 6s, and you do that by playing different suits and strategizing which cards you're going to play and when. However, if you're the sinner and you flip this over, you're going to want to take all the 6s in that round. That is actually a lot harder than it sounds, because you now have to plan ahead, because if you only miss even 1 6, you do not accomplish that goal. If no one has sinned, as the ruler, you're going to get florins, or money, based on who's accomplished the goal and what cards were played that round. The ruler doesn't pay out any money. If the sinner has successfully completed their goal, everyone's going to have to pay them florins. So the gameplay is very simple. It just continues this way until all players have had a chance to be the ruler 3 times, or a player can't pay the amount they owe in florins on a particular edict. Once the game is over, the player with the most florins wins. Now, something I didn't mention was the Indulgence ring, where the game gets its name. This ornate ring that comes with the game that you put onto a card to actually make it a 10. A 10 is the highest number you can get other than 9. So this ring, when you place it on any suit, turns it into a 10 for that round, which basically will probably win you that trick. The components that come inside Indulgence are actually quite nice. You have this ornate ring, which I mentioned before. You have these florin gems that are different colors. The cards are really high quality. Indulgence is a game that takes 45 to 60 minutes to play and supports 3 to 5 players. And overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Indulgence 3.5 out of 5 moons. I'd like to thank the folks over at Restoration Games for giving me the review copy of Indulgence at PAX Unplugged last November. If you have a game you'd like me to review, or you'd like to give me your thoughts on Indulgence, please send me an email at cb@wintermoongames.com. As always, you can check out more Winter Moon Games reviews at wintermoongames.com/reviews. Find me on your social media platform of choice, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Please consider subscribing and liking this video, and consider supporting Winter Moon Games on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.